Hello, my fellow nerds, and welcome to the first episode of my Throwback Thursday Cap the Day series. This week's hat is the Ottawa Lynx, who played in the AAA International League. This was also the first episode when I began the series on Twitter last year. On that video, though, I was limited to 2 minutes and 20 seconds, so this episode will be greatly expanded. The Lynx were members of the International League from 1993 until 2007. They were actually the third International League team to call Ottawa home. The first was the Ottawa Giants, who were moved there from Jersey City in 1951 by their parent club, the New York Giants. They displaced the Class C Ottawa Nationals, who had also played as the Ottawa Senators of the Border League. That team was moved to Cornwall, Ontario, to become the Cornwall Canadians. The Border League would fold after the 1951 season. The Giants' home opener at Lansdowne Park was against the Springfield Cubs and was originally scheduled for Wednesday, April 25th, but was postponed due to rain to Thursday, April 26th. It was the first AAA game, or its equivalent, in the Canadian capital since the Ottawa Wanderers played the back end of the 1898 season in the Eastern League. The ceremonial first pitch, conducted by Mayor Grenville Goodwin and two Canadian cabinet ministers, was unconventional by today's standards. Lester B. Pearson, Minister of External Affairs, stepped into the batter's box wielding a bat, while James G. Gardiner, Minister of Agriculture, stood behind home plate with a catcher's mitt, but no mask. Goodwin delivered a pitch that Pearson, a future Canadian Prime Minister, smacked into foul territory behind first base. In the game, Ottawa would rally in the ninth, winning 5-4. The New York Giants would actually come to town in July to play an exhibition game against Ottawa during the All-Star break. The team finished 62-88, 31 games behind the pennant-winning Montreal Royals. Despite the fact that the season could be considered a success, as they drew over 117,000 fans to Lansdowne Park, the team only lasted one season. The New York Giants actually had two AAA franchises that season, the other being the Minneapolis Millers of the American Association, and they decided to drop one team, which was going to be the Ottawa Giants. Running the team was deemed too costly. International League President Frank Shaughnessy was actually pushing for the team to be relocated to Newark, New Jersey, with the Philadelphia Athletics, who did not have a AAA squad in 1951, to act as their parent club. That didn't stop a push, though, to keep the team in Ottawa, with the Athletics serving as the parent club in the Canadian capital. Philadelphia turned down the chance to buy the club a few times. Eventually, the league and Frank Shaughnessy changed their mind and decided they wanted to keep the team in Ottawa, which eventually led to the Philadelphia Athletics agreeing to buy the team from the New York Giants on January 23, 1952, and renaming the team the Ottawa Athletics. Like their parent club in Philadelphia, the Ottawa team was not a success on the field. In the 3 years they were in town, they went 194 and 264. But, like the Giants before them, they drew really well, bringing in over 150,000 fans in their first season. After the 1954 season, the Athletics were sold and moved to Kansas City, and then would sell the Ottawa team to new owners who moved them to Columbus, Ohio, where they would become the Columbus Jets. That team actually still exists today as the Columbus Clippers. The Canadian capital would not see another professional baseball team for almost 40 years. With the success of the Expos in Montreal and the Blue Jays in Toronto, Ottawa businessman Howard Darwin, who at the time owned the junior hockey Ottawa 67s of the Ontario Hockey League, wanted to bring an affiliated team back to Ottawa. In 1991, he was able to secure a AAA team to play in the International League for the low price of $5 million on the condition that a new stadium be built, as Lansdowne Park was not considered a viable option. In 1993, the team opened Jetform Park, later renamed Lynx Stadium, currently named RCGT Park. It didn't take long for the team to find success on the field, as they won the Governor's Cup in 1995, defeating the Norfolk Tides 3-1 in spite of only having a 72-70 record. In 2000, Darwin would sell his shares in the team to Ray Pecor for $7 million. The Lynx were affiliated with the Montreal Expos from their first season through the 2002 season. The Expos started facing financial troubles beginning in 1995. That was obviously going to be felt through their minor league system. Neither the Expos nor MLB was able to give the Lynx any assurances about the Expos' long-term future. So the owners decided it was best to look for a new major league affiliate and decided to team up with the Baltimore Orioles starting in the 2003 season. Interest in the team in Ottawa, though, began to wane, partly due to the lack of parking at RCGT Park. It's been reported that owner Ray Pecor lost $7 million annually due to low attendance. The Lynx affiliation with the Orioles ended when the latter decided to team up with the Norfolk Tides after the 2006 season. In 2006, the team was sold to new majority owners Joe Finley and Craig Stein, based out of Allentown, Pennsylvania. Pecor would maintain a minority stake. The team then became affiliated with the Philadelphia Phillies. The new owners announced plans to relocate the team to a brand new stadium in Allentown, Pennsylvania for the 2008 season, eventually renaming them the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. The city of Ottawa filed a lawsuit to block the move. The owners countered with a lawsuit of their own, seeking $10.75 million in damages, claiming that the city failed to provide enough parking spaces at the stadium, which the team alleged was a violation of its lease. The Lynx played their last game in Ottawa on September 3, 2007, in front of 7,461 fans. They lost to the Syracuse Chiefs 8-5. The team's overall record was 1,001 wins, 1,138 losses, with only 2 playoff appearances. Future major leaguers who played for the Lynx include Brandon Phillips, Rondell White, Cliff Floyd, Matt Stairs, J.A. Happ, J.P. Santangelo, and Jamie Carroll. Santangelo and Carroll each had their numbers retired by the team. Well, my nerds, that's it for this week's episode. I thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you would like to receive alerts every time a new episode is released. Stay safe, and I will see you next week.